first of all, let me start out by saying this. A, I've never been to prison. B, I've never been in the military. All right, with that said, I developed a method of being extremely focused and disciplined that I borrowed through reading a lot of personal accounts of people who have been through prison for a long period of time, or been through the military, have been in war. And I'm not talking about like those A&E prison shows or like the Hollywood movies about war. I'm talking about personal accounts that I've read that I was fascinated by, of people who've been through that. And when I was having my serious troubles with alcoholism, and I was gaining weight, and I was depressed, and I had all these problems, I'd read these stories and I'd think to myself, well, damn, you know, you got your freedom. You can choose what you want to eat. You can sleep in a comfortable bed. You don't got fucking bullets whizzing past your head. You don't got to worry about waking up and could possibly getting stabbed or killed at any time. If they can make it through that and be mentally stable, what the fuck is your excuse, man? You got no excuse. Reading some of their experiences of how they kept themselves mentally and physically in shape. For the guys in prison, they'd wake up really early, work out. What some of the military guys did through boot camp to condition themselves to be soldiers, to be warriors. I kind of developed my own routine, kind of modeled after that, and developed a technique. And I wanted to test it out to see if it would be effective at all. And I realized that it is effective. And being that we're coming up on March, I wanted to kind of put this out there and show you guys what I'm talking about, because this is one of the times during the year where I apply what I call the ATD method, which is appreciation through deprivation. Meaning, just like Christians do with Lent, you give something up for Lent, just like how Muslims do with Ramadan. But in an extreme fashion, for 1 month, I take away all enjoyable things. Kind of put myself in that mindset like I'm doing some kind of 30-day sentence. Again, not to make light of anybody that actually been to prison, or I'm in some kind of 30-day boot camp where I give up enjoyable foods like fast food, junk food, no alcohol, and just make it all about being focused and disciplined to an extreme level. A schedule where I wake up at 5 a.m, I work out, I meditate. And that's another thing that a lot of those guys did. The ones who would go through those experiences, who've been through war, seen people get killed, or go to prison, experience horrible shit, and make it out and not be completely mentally fucked up. They do a lot of meditating and creative visualization. That's a common theme that I read, that when I'm looking at that stuff, personal accounts, of reading through it, almost all of them say that that's what they do and that's how they got them through it. So 5 a.m, work out, meditate, read, study something, you know what I mean, whatever, but keep yourself focused, keep yourself active. What happens at the end of the 3 weeks is mentally and physically, you get the toxins out. Now, it's clear how you get the toxins out physically, but the way you get them out mentally is that if you're going through something emotionally, you have something that you've been kind of keeping on the back of your mind, or you've been kind of avoiding, you got nowhere to run with this. You got no distractions that you can hide behind. You got to face them, right? And facing them, you know, if you do this every now and then, you kind of, it's like killing a bacteria, you know what I mean? You kind of get it in its early stages before it spreads throughout your whole body. You know, before the cancer spreads, you kind of kill it off. Because if you don't, it could be years, it could be months, and you could be having something on your mind you don't even know is on your mind until you put yourself in extreme situations like that. And then you're like, oh shit, I didn't even know that was really bothering me. I need to deal with this. And then at the end of the month, you dealt with it. I'm always in a really good state of mind. I'll be at the first 2 weeks are hell. The first 2 weeks are hell. But once you're conditioned, because it doesn't really take a lot to condition your body and mind. You do something consistently for 2 weeks, you're used to it, you're expecting it. After that, I've always been as clear as I possibly can. So that's one of the benefits of applying this method. Another benefit, and this is the reason why, you know, I do it for the whole month of March and then either July or August. Because at the end of March, that's my birthday. And I get fucking lit. on my birthday. But after going through those 3.5 weeks of that bullshit, right? And you're like, fuck, I'm waking up. But not only am I have a clear head, not only am I in the best shape of my life and the toxins out of my body, but when I do take that first sip, when I do sit back and just watch TV, kick my feet up, it's like the best fucking feeling in the world. It's like I never had it before. It makes you appreciate shit so much more. It's very easy in our lifestyles to get bored of everything because we have such an abundance of stuff. But when you take all that away, just for a brief time, just for 3.5 weeks, just for 4 weeks, and you bring it back, it's the best fucking thing in the world. It's the greatest thing in the world. So I wanted to share that because that's going to be my journey for the month of March. We got a few more days left in February. So the clock is on. Now, there's going to be some changes in my life, and I've never done this whenever I was in transition. I've always done it when I've been very comfortable at my job, very comfortable in life, and I've always avoided doing it in transition because of the stress that I put on myself that first 2 weeks. And it's like, well, if you're taking a new job position or you're moving or you're doing something, you don't want to add this on top of it. It might be a little bit too much for you to handle. But fuck it, right? I'm going to do it because I think I can handle it. And I think that's going to make the end of the month even that much sweeter. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are welcome to join me in on this. I'll be checking in and letting you know some of the things. I get really creative during this month. A lot of the philosophies I develop usually happen when I'm in that ATD stage. But I think it's very helpful. You will test yourself. You will push yourself to the brinks of your limit. But that's what it's all about. Anyway, I'm going to upload this to my new YouTube, the LOP philosophy. I'm going to upload a lot of these type videos. And, fuck with me, man. I'm going to give you all kind of techniques, how I meditate, how I do the visualization, all that. So, yeah, hit me up.